from one-stop shop to no-stop shop, acting also as a single window for 8 other agencies. So what do we do? Well, we have the trucks, of course. It's a land border, so everything is excuse me, moving by truck. What we did is to introduce text message custom declarations. And what we do here is that we use the mobile masts, you know, the antennas for the cell phones, and we make a triangulation so we can pinpoint where the phone is when the truck driver is going across the border. And meaning this, that it's an AO, low risk, high compliance, single commodity goods, not mixed, one transport, triangulation of cell phones. So when this truck goes across the border, from the phone, any normal cell phone, there is an automatic text message being sent from the phone to Swedish Customs and to the importer. And that is the customs declaration. Shop. You just go across. And this is the information that is required. We need to know the unique number, the date, where it is, whether it's import or export, and the vehicle registration number. And this data is the customs declaration. Now is the time when the German customs left the room. But this is operational. We move around 5,000 transactions every year using this. Automatic text messages.
I think
yeah.
Some.
So, what is it? Gateway Sweden. It's text message customs declarations where we can identify the vehicle and therefore also the cargo, and we can verify that the goods have entered or left the country by using text message. Management, again, we don't want to check these companies anyway because they are low risk and they're high compliant, so let's get rid of them from the border. And there's also the environmental aspect, because if you don't have to stop and then start the truck again, that will have a positive impact when it comes to emissions and things like that. Not so much carbon dioxide and things like that. So, what have we done? Well, we took the paper away. There is not a single paper at the moment of import or export being handed from the operator to customs. No paper at all. We also learned a lot by collaborating with the AOs about the processes they have, and they understand our requirements. So what we really did was to merge two processes into one. The estimate is for one of the companies that this saved approximately 20 minutes by not having to stop at the border. If you look at 20 minutes per truck, it's not that much. But for one of the companies, they actually have that kind of flow, so they save 2,000 logistical hours every year. There's an estimation that they save annually $150,000 on this, because they don't have to stop. They can run things. It means also that when they ship goods from Sweden to Norway, you don't have to wait for the export declaration to follow with the goods, because the export declaration will be made by the text message. So you're not so bound to procedures when it comes to logistics.
Stop shop, non-stop shop. I don't know whether, because of course here the issue is control. Control in the sense that the IT system that you're using is not managed by customs, it's managed by a telecom company.
Okay, yeah.
Is there a situation where you think that maybe some hacking of some sort could happen, or some kind of fraud would happen in a way that somebody who is not an AEO gets connected, and as he's passing the border, he crosses actually an AEO, but he actually says he is not. Do you envisage that kind of situation in the future?
What is needed is the software,
which is provided by us.
By customs to the operator. So, I mean, your phone wouldn't do this because you don't have the software. So the software is provided by, at no cost, from Swedish Customs to the operator. So you install a very small piece of software on your cell phone, allowing for this. So somebody who doesn't have that software, they can't enter the system. It is really a philosophy. It's not, again, one size fits really nobody. Because what is a solution for Malaba is not a solution for Mombasa. It differs a lot. The infrastructure, the setup, the kind of flow you have, what other governmental agencies are in place. It could take place on many levels as well. It could be a national coordinated border management, where, for instance, Customs and the Bureau of Standards do their controls in a concerted way at the same time. But it could also be international, meaning like the solution we have with Norway, that you go across to one side, or the truck stops in the middle of the border, and you have an inspection by both Tanzania and Kenya at the same time. Veterinary, because then you will really get benefits from the collaboration. Yeah, the road ahead, quite easy to make. And just some introduction to what is coordinated border management, a practical view into how we have done it with Norway.
It's a good thing to have something to talk about going forward.
I'm also very glad that you stayed in the room and didn't leave.
Implementing this coordinated border management between Sweden and Norway was the ability for Sweden to give the legal basis of delegation of the functions. You know, we are telling the other country, you do enforce what you would have done on our side. You know, I think as EAC we are lucky because we already have one customs law running across the 5 countries. I think probably the challenge would be now enforcing other acts. We'd find out Kenya police would want their act and they want to enforce their own law. You know, probably they don't want that delegation. Same would apply if they are relating with the, say, Uganda police. They may not give that 15-kilometer operational area that somebody is not pursuing to chase a smuggler all the way into Uganda and probably, you see, giving others sovereignty. So I think we'll appreciate that, and I think those will be learning lessons, and those are key success factors where you are able even to give out your legal basis to you delegate your functions as a country. Then from there we'll be able to have all these coordinated border management. Then I wanted to mention something about I saw something very critical in implementing this particular function is that we mentioned of competence. You're looking at building capacity and having that confidence that the person you're delegating your function have the competence to undertake those particular functions. And that will come with the coexistence. There's always constant communication, there's cooperation, you're able to coordinate. You know, where you're saying, as Swedish Customs, you're able to call the veterinary, and the veterinary will tell you, based on the previous importation of that particular importer who's been bringing in beef, say, for the last 20 years. We did a verification for the other day, and we are good to go. Where they even released by over phone, you know. And I think to our case we're finding it so surprising because somebody will tell you release. I would want to insist on having a paperwork, you know, stamped and signed that okay, you authorize me to release consignment. So it's all about building that mutual trust and being able to have say more of a formal, because I know there'll be 2 levels of operation. Where is it informal relationship or formal? Because you'll find mostly in our borders. When you go to Malaba, Kenyan officers, customs, and Uganda, they tell you, we usually meet.
No.
We meet when they on need